Yes lads, just finished a massive run. Sat here with my green tea and my crystals. Just been staring at the moon, locking eyes with the full moon for about half an hour with the frequencies on. And yeah, just been sat here like this, staring at the moon. Keeping eye contact with it for fucking 20 minutes, just while I have my tea. And if you saw the last video, it's been about 2 hours since then. This was completely full of ice. You can see on my last video. But it's been in here for like 2 hours, and yeah, there's not that much left. But there's still quite a good solid chunk. So this entire top was completely covered in big blocks of ice. You see all the tubs here, loads of tubs. All of that was completely frozen. But yeah, it's been over 2 hours now, which is a bit longer than I thought, but it should still be very fucking cold, 100%, and there's no way it won't be, because there was so much ice in there, and it was already cold water anyway. But yeah, you can see there's more containers in here. All of this entire bowl was one big thing of ice, so there was so much ice. But yeah, it's just been 2 hours, but it's a pretty chilly day anyway, so there's no way it could, like, it's not like it's gonna get hot, because it's not even that fucking, it's pretty cold outside, to be honest, at the minute. But yeah, basically I've got a little setup here anyway, and hopefully if it's remained good, as you can see, there you go, there's the camera angle. And in a second, well, I've already started filming, so I ain't got a choice, because I'm not changing the video. I've got 29 minutes of storage left. I'm going to set a 15-minute timer of some description somehow, and yeah, I'm going to sit in this for 15 minutes, and it's probably going to be rather intense. But yeah, just take my word for it, it's super cold. I ain't got a thermometer, but in future I'll do ones where you can see it's completely full of ice. I didn't really expect for it to melt, but I'm not trying to make it, like, trust me, it is, you know, I'm not like pretending to do it, and it's actually not that cold. It's fucking freezing, and if I can make it colder, then I will in the future, but I'm going to prove this to you over time. But yeah, this is, I don't want to give a fat fucking lecture on why I'm doing this, but just like quick time, it's like a really deep meditation. It's super focused, like everything else you forget about literally everything else, because it's so like intimate and intense. You don't have the facilities to be thinking about anything other than the present moment, because it's like survival mode, and it's just very cold. And there's a lot of benefits to just being like, because you learn to control your mind. It can be very good. Like, there's just so many endless benefits. So like, I'm really going to integrate this. I'm doing this quite consistently now. I haven't done it for about 2 days, but before then I was doing it like 3 days in a row, and I'm getting better with learning how to do it and stuff, because it's a bit long filling up all of the ice and putting it in the freezers and shit, but over time I'm improving, and I found tremendous value in it, doing about 15-minute cold plunges, and it's like a whole physical reset, or a metaphysical reset. Like, it's just a very intimate process, to get in and out. Like, it's quite like, it's very at the core, where like really it's like an hour process. Like, you get in, you get out, and like, even if you're only in there for 15 minutes, it's going to take you at least, like, it's not until 45 minutes from when you get in there that you will be sort of recovered, because there's a whole recovery process as well. And it's just very intense, it's very powerful, because it's very, very cold. My words fail to do it justice. All this talking is like probably like my ego trying to like subconsciously not do it, because when I'm about to get in there, I'm like, fuck's sake, I don't like, but because I've already prepared, like I made all the ice, I've put the ice in there, like it's such a long process. I said this before, like I can't say no now. I've already started filming, I've already made it, so I don't have a choice, but it is super intense. So I'll try and be a bit quiet because it's literally like midnight, but yeah, there's a few nuances to it in terms of like, I don't know if the moon gazing was relevant, but I feel like that's like a sacred thing in terms of like, if evolution is how it is, or just in general, like, you know, humans have always, like, the moon and the sun, like, locking eyes with the sun, locking eyes with the moon. I don't know, it's probably just like an ancient thing, isn't it? It's like in your DNA, because it's always been there, I guess. But then, yeah, so also, obviously, I got the green tea, which is a bit of a nuance to it. It really depends on your diet. Like, the other day I done it, and I didn't feel like I had been eating many electric foods, and I feel like I could feel that my body was less like electric, or like today I've been smoking quite a bit of weed. I'm not super stoned right now, but I have smoked quite a bit earlier. I was smoking yesterday as well. I got a good like sleep while I was like super stoned, and if you know, you know how that can change your kind of vibration. Yeah, I've had like 2 coffees today, organic coffees, and cacao, so I'm a bit buzzing off of that. A few different variations of green teas. Yeah, I just got off of a massive run. I just went for a super run, listening to Mr. Traumatic, wearing this jumper. So like I was really hot and really sweating just now. So I like to contrast it where like you go on a run, you get really hot and really sweaty, or you go for a workout, you go to the gym or something. I was doing pull-ups and stuff just now as well. You get really hot, and then after that you go in a plunge. That's how I like to do it, and it can be refreshing. The contrast, it can be nice to get in the cold after being in the hot for a long time. Yeah, your skin, it feels like your muscles and your skin like feed off of contacting the super low temperature somehow. Like it feels like beneficial where like it stores it in your body somehow. It's like your muscles benefit from being stripped of warmth. That's what it feels like. Anyway, I should hurry the fuck up and get in there before the ice melts anymore. I ain't got that much storage left, so I better hurry up. I'll figure out how to set a timer. I might put on some music, but I don't want it to be really loud because it's fucking midnight and I don't want to wake people up. But yeah, be right back. I've just set this meditation frequency will stop playing. There's only 15 minutes left on the video, or there will be just before I get in the ice bath. So it will stop playing, and that'll be my indication for when I'm allowed to take my foot off the pedal. Because half of you wants to get out, but half of you doesn't. It's desirable, but it's difficult. It's a mixed bag. It's tricky. But yeah. Anyway, just do research. There's so many benefits to it. I just want to vlog the actual experience so you can kind of see my, like, how intense it is and what I'm on about. Like, I kind of hope that, like, some of these flunky NPC Jeffreys, which is most of Western culture, who just live in their comfort zone, like, can you not recognize, like, the power of, like, because some of these people just are so, like, disempowered. Like, you don't need to, like, be such a victim, like, with your health and in your life, like, because this, like, again, just do the research. Like, there's so much, like, this isn't just a small thing. Research ice therapy, ice baths, cold plunges, cold showers, but, like, actually research, like, the core of Wim Hof's teachings. Like, there's TED Talks and everything where, like the people who done this ice therapy, it's not just, like, some bullshit. It's, like, literally there's been like crazy like experiments done in like the Guinness World Record books and everything, and like scientific experiments about like tapping into like a deeper meditation state that can actually like, you can basically like bring your immune system into your like conscious control. It's all to do with like epigenetics and the placebo and mind over matter, and like embracing your powers, and like how we're thick because we're domesticated, and like there's like hidden dormant parts of your mind and your physiology that no one's getting access to, because we all live on our phones and live in bed and shit. So like when you like weaponize, so to speak, your mind, and you actually start doing exercise and like doing, I was doing loads of breath work earlier, doing like breath regulation with my feet on the grass as well. You research about the grass is electric, and you can endogenously produce like DMT via breath work and things of this nature. And these are all more nuances that are relevant. Like, I'm going to do this ice bath after a day of exercise, a day of grounding, a day of breath work, went out with doing the dog walk, spitting conscious lyrics and that, just taking care of myself. And like, I've smoked a bit of weed, I've had a bit of coffee and cacao, I've been eating good, strictly organic, not been eating any junk for a while. I've been making these videos, I've been listening to the personal development lectures, and I'm speaking, and I'm putting in the discipline, and I'm acting on my life purpose, and I'm potentially dabbling in things like psychedelics, and I'm like learning all the time, and I'm tapping into my intuition, I'm contemplating, and like when you add up all of this shit, it's like, this is self-actualization. So the reason you're depressed is because you're thick and you haven't got your eyes open, and your paradigm about the nature of reality is retarded because you don't do real philosophy. So you need to wake the fuck up and realize that only you can save yourself. If you want to drown in your shit, you're creating that. If that's what you want to do, then fine. I understand the desire to be depressed and fucking low and stuff sometimes, and sometimes you're valid, but it's just like, the reason you're down bad is because you need to fucking wake the fuck up and take control, and the power is inside of you. You just need to like get out in the sun and breathe more, and like actually just stop eating shit, and that's it. Just stop eating this fucking garbage, and just believe in your fucking self and be a bit stronger. And things like this is where it's at. And again, there's loads of research, people getting injected with inflammation. The people who were doing the ice baths could withstand the inflammation, but the people who ain't doing the ice baths got sick. And during COVID, they're not telling no one that, and when I try and tell them, they censor me for denying the severity of COVID. Yeah, I am denying the severity of COVID. It's because when they announced the lockdowns and everything, they didn't say nothing about how all of the food is poison. You can still buy alcohol. Don't say nothing about like the EMF radiation. Like, my phone's on airplane mode now. It's because it's these small things. I don't sleep next to my phone while it's connected to the internet, because I pay attention to research and new science, and I use my fucking intuition, and I look at the people around me, and everyone's sick and everyone's thick, and I'm thinking, oh, why? Oh, because if you actually look at what everyone's eating, they're eating fucking poison. There's fluoride in the tap water. So get a fucking water distiller, filter your water, and look, do you want to fucking see what the fucking, let me fucking show you, mate. And this is holistically interconnected with everything that I'm fucking saying. Is that this is how you wake up, and if you don't want to fucking get mediocre results and end up like everyone else, then this is how you begin. And this is the first step of taking control, is taking control of your mind and your health. So the reason, let me tell you why the fucking COVID pandemic went down, and the reason why everyone is ill as fuck and why everyone is thick is everyone is drinking from this, and I've been filtering this and steaming it, and this is distilled steamed water, so that's what I drink here. So everybody in this culture is drinking that. That is inside you. So when I went to the doctor because I needed to have a piss all of the time and I didn't understand why, and I couldn't go to sleep and shit because I needed to have a pee all the time. I was 16 years old, 15 years old. Doctor, why do I need to have a piss all the time? What's wrong with me? Like, and then he gave me a scary pill, and the side effects said that I could black out, and he didn't ask me nothing about my breathing, didn't ask me nothing about meditation, didn't say nothing about epigenetics, didn't say nothing about grounding, didn't say nothing about sunlight, didn't say nothing about fear, didn't say nothing about love, didn't say nothing about trauma, didn't say nothing about my work, didn't say nothing about diet, didn't say anything about my level of breathing, whether or not I'm shallow breathing throughout the day, didn't say nothing about my posture, didn't say nothing about fuck all. They just gave me a fucking pill and sent me off, and I was scared as fuck. And slowly I've woke up, because everyone in this fucking place is thick because psychedelics are illegal, etc. I've said it all before. And I've found teachers, and the information revolution is coming, so I've listened to these men who are helping me and the community, so I've brought this, and that is what I'm not putting in my body anymore. So I'm slowly taking control, because I'm looking at everyone in this culture around me and they're all dying, and the reason they're dying is because there's fluoride and chlorine in your drinking water. Chlorine is one of the lead causes of cancer. Fluoride is calcifying your pineal gland. So this shit is going into your body, going into your brain, and turning your brain into stone, essentially. Turning your brain into a hard, basically a fucking rock, because your pineal gland is calcified. So I went on a big rant there, but anyway, that's what I mean. So you get the distilled water, you do the meditation, you do the breath work, and now we do the ice therapy. So I've been recording for too long. Now it's time to get in the water. But yeah, there's lots of research, sound as fuck. Alright lads, I've only got like 13 minutes left of storage, so I've got to hurry up now. I can't have no excuses. Half of me doesn't want to get in there, but yeah, ignore my cannabis boxes. But yeah, it's time to get in there. This is gonna shit me up. It's gonna be horrible, but I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I ain't got any time to be a pussy anymore, because I've left it for too long. But anyway, who gives a fuck about the details? The frequency should turn off in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's freezing. All right. Yeah, about 11 minutes left on the timer, so I might get out in less than... Yeah, that's absolutely freezing. Alright. This is probably the coldest one. Alright, you have no idea. This is intense. I'm gonna die. Alright. It gets a bit easier. Alright. Shut the fuck up. This is definitely probably the most intense one I've done so far. It's when you get over the initial shock, the initial bump, there is a intense, rather uncomfortable, strange relaxation. It's definitely an acquired taste. It's such a shock. I may run out of storage when I get out, so I may do another video recording the aftermath and recovery. It's the deepest focus. It's a meditation. I will dunk my head under before I get out, at least. We make the mucus move. Could have been in a shit job with a mortgage, 2 wife and a kids, but this is the life I choose. No cigarettes, no weed, and no booze. Lock off the news, illuminate, cause we didn't come here to lose. How much time do I have left? I've only got like 4 minutes of recording. It burns, it stings, it freezes. It strips the soul. It awakens vibration, energy, frequency. It's sharp. It's intimate. It's pure. It's switched on. It peaks. It's an energy peak. Whew. I'm done. I'm running out of storage. Time to dry off, recover, get in a blanket. Power. Proud. Embrace your powers.